Welcome back. We're back. Sorry, I was supposed to be recording once a week. However, midterms happened this week, and I was just like, I don't. Or wait, no, midterms. Yeah, midterms happened this week. I was studying last week. Didn't really want to do anything last week. Here we are. I do have like a leadership assignment I have to present next week, so we're getting there though. We're getting there. Anyways. So, hi. Today we are going to talk about a book I DNF'd, a book I finished, and the book I'm reading, and then I have done like a little book haul. So I would like to talk about those books as well. So sorry, my chair is squeaking. Anyways, we'll just get right into this. I've got boba with me and some tea that I had earlier. But yeah, okay. So the book I DNF'd was one I started for Valentine's Day, and I DNF'd it about 34% through, and it is My Funny Demon Valentine by a Rasher. Yeah, I just couldn't. It's like so insta love. So they have sex like 5 times in the first 50 pages, kind of thing, and I just couldn't stand it. I just couldn't. I wanted to like read some funny little bad book, but I just got bored, and every time I picked it up, I would start skimming the pages, and I'm like, what's the point of reading this if I'm not gonna read it? You know what I mean? So I just DNF'd it. If you don't know what this is about, it's about 5 of the most powerful demons in hell escape from hell. Go down to earth. One of them is a musician and meets up with this girl, and somehow he starts to feel for her, and that's not normal. And that's kind of what I got from like the first. They're at like 120 pages in or something like that. It sounds like an interesting concept. I just think in like a funny romance slop kind of form, it's not great. I would love like a really serious version of this book. Like I can't. Also, the dialogue felt really weird. It felt really forced and not right, and I was cringing the entire time. So, yeah, DNF. It is my first DNF of the year. I'm not like upset about it or anything. I'm actually like whatever. I've come to terms with DNFing books and that it's like okay not to waste your time on books you don't want to read and read the books you want to read. So I did finish a book yesterday. I finished Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This is a reread, and this is the 1831 edition. I read it for a class last semester and I read it for a class this semester. Um, I liked it a lot more this time around, I will say. I think because I I read it online last time I read this for the class, and we had to annotate it online, and we had to reply to other students. I was just annoyed like the entire time. But I went and got a physical copy this time and loved it so much more. I also think because I spent so long with it last semester that like the themes of the novel jumped out in front of my face way better this time. I love that it tackles not just, breaking science boundaries, but also motherhood, racism, social prejudice, social pressure. Such an interesting read that the fact that you can pack so much into a relationship between this scientist and his creature is insane. It's impressive, and I think everyone should read it. I gave it 4 stars. Um, but I think everyone should read it. It's a good book. It literally warns us against what is happening right now. It is literally like, do not push nature, and we're actively pushing nature with things like AI and things like trying to bring back extinct animals. Those went extinct for a reason. Why are we bringing them back? We shouldn't be, in my humble, lovely opinion, and that is exactly what this book is about. So, if you haven't read Frankenstein, go read it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I love the philosophical talk. I love the descriptions are very pretty. Yes, go read it. So I am currently reading now Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinniman. I am so excited to finally read this. I wanted to read it so bad last year, but I couldn't because I was on my book buying ban, and so I couldn't buy it. And then this is like one of the first books I bought. I was like, yeah, I need this and I need it now. If you don't know what this is about, aliens took over the world. All the humans that survived after they decided to crush everything, they went into a game show, and they are aliens entertainment, and the humans have to survive, and that's pretty much what it is. It's kind of like written like a video game, and one of the biggest complaints I've seen is that it is like it's for guys, you know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see. I'm like 7 pages in, so I'm not gonna give you an update, but yeah, very excited to finally get to read this. Okay, like I just said, I was on a book buying ban, and I am now off of said book buying ban as of the start of this year, and I'm so excited about it. I forgot how fun it was to just go to a bookstore, walk around for like 2 hours, pick up books, and buy them. So fun. It's so exciting to have new books on my shelves and ones that I actually think I'll like. A lot of the books I had to read last year because I bought too many were like books from like 3-4 years ago that just weren't in my taste anymore and that I really didn't want to pick up, but I did. These, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. These are not all the books I have unread. I have 13 unread books right now on my cart. These are just the ones I bought recently. The others I got for Christmas, so I don't really want to talk about those. These are all like I think in-person purchases, except for like 2, but I don't think that matters. Anyways, so the first book is the book I'm going to be reading after Dungeon Crawler Carl, and it is Don't Let the Forest In by C.D. Drews. This is another book I wanted to read so bad last year, but couldn't. And I'm gonna read Hazelthorn as well. Hazelthorn will happen this year. I promise, baby. But I'm so excited to finally get into Don't Let the Forest In. I've heard so many good things about this. Now I don't entirely know the like full on premise. I know it. Also, I'm gonna read the first line of these to you so you can kind of get the gist of like what they're kind of like. Thomas had no idea that Andrew would do anything for him, protect him, live for him. Oh, lie for him. This is lie for him. I can't read apparently. Look at this cover. Wait. Stunning. Also, it does have sprayed edges, which I don't love sprayed edges when they're solid color. This is okay. I don't mind it. But if they're solid color, ugh. Anyways, so excited to read this. It is, again, my next read. And I'm now going to do the first sentence of chapter 1. It's not even that long. Okay. It hadn't hurt the day he had cut his own heart out. And that is the first sentence. Fun. I'm so excited to get into this. I'm trying to figure out where to put this. Okay. Oh. The next one is another book I have been wanting to read for so long. I've seen it everywhere. A bunch of the YouTubers I watch love it. And I'm like, I can't get it. So I finally gotten the first book in the Farseer trilogy, Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to read this. I haven't read like an epic. Is this epic fantasy? It seems like it would be. High fantasy. I haven't read epic fantasy or high fantasy in like so long. I need to grasp onto my fantasy love again. I didn't have as much last. I mean, I had I have like the Emily Wilde series in this one. I actually read a lot more fantasy than I realized, but like still, it wasn't the fantasy that I like needed. I mean, well, there's a bunch of 5 stars up there, but Assassin's Apprentice. So excited. You don't know what this is. It's about a young boy who was like a legitimate heir or something and was secretly trained to be an assassin and is now going on his first like quest. Sounds so fun and kind of sad. I'm not even lying. I'm a little scared, but also very excited. So another kind of like stunning cover. I like this. It's cute. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh my god. I'm so excited to read this year. You don't understand. I wasn't this excited last year because again I had these books like sitting on my shelves for like ever. And so I was just like, but now these are like brand new books and brand new on my cart and I get to just read them. Now, I have promised myself at this point that I'm not going to buy any more books until I finish all of these. So I'm not like stockpiling like I did in 2024 and doing what I had to do in 2025 again. So I'm really hoping I like this. I'm really hoping I like this because I've heard so many good things about it and I'm so excited. Please let me like this, like actually. Oh, first sentence. Okay. A history of the six duchies is of necessity a history of its ruling family, the Farseers. So we're getting a history of the duchies. Is it a place? And its ruling family, the Farseers, which is the family that our character is a part of. So the next book is another book that I've been wanting to read for quite a while. It's not like I'm excited about it, but just not as excited as I am with the other two. But it is The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. Bardugo? Also, again, stunning covers. Stunning covers. I do say so myself. This I know this is about like high society, kings, royalty, supernatural power, or something like that. And I saw this. I think is it horror or is it fantasy? Because I swear I heard people say this was scary, but I don't know. I could be thinking of something entirely different. I might be thinking of like The Lamb or something. I am. I'm thinking of The Lamb. Okay. I haven't read that, but I want to. Anyways, also very excited to read this again. I think I got this and Assassin's Apprentice the same day. But oh, I also need some good like kind of immersive sensual experience. Are there vampires? You know, it looked like there'd be vampires, you know what I mean? But I don't think there are. I think I'm just like assuming things. Wait, I saw that. Guys. That is so pretty. I never saw that. They're pomegranates. Pomegranates. I know pomegranates symbolize something. Like when you have pomegranate lips or something. It's on the back too. That's really pretty. Wow. Okay. I was gonna go to the first page. Hold on. Okay, chapter 1, sentence 1. If you don't like want to hear me read these, just like skip a little. If the bread hadn't burned, this would be a very different story. If the bread hadn't burned? What, like start a war? You started a war by burning bread? Is that what the case is? I want to start a war by burning somebody's bread. Do you literally mean burning bread? I guess we'll see when I read it. Okay. The next one, I read a couple times on YouTube. I've heard it's very weird, very good, and I'm so excited because I love weird and good and weird women protagonists. I need it. Okay? I need it. And it is Sky Daddy by Kate Folk. Now, if you don't know what this is about, I'm going to just tell you one thing. She finds planes erotic. They make her horny. And I can't wait to get into this. Again, I love weird shit. Ooh, can I cuss? I don't know. I like weird stuff. I like weird, especially women in novels and literature. And I cannot wait to get into this. It sounds so fun. This is the craziest, funniest book I've read in a while. Get your boarding pass out and get ready for some turbulence. Sky Daddy is Insane by Gary. I'm. It's on the back. I'm not even gonna attempt to say your last name. I'm so sorry. But I'm so excited for this. I can't wait. Also, cover pretty as well. Oh my. The color is pretty. You don't ever see like blue like that. She has, I think, short stories as well, I guess. I'm getting to the first page. I don't think you can even hear me. Okay. The first sentence of the first chapter is, call me Linda. So Linda, I think, is the main character who likes to get off to planes. That'd be like a weird, I'm trying to think of like having a plane as a fetish. I don't know. I don't know. It sounds so odd. Anyways, the next book I got while shopping with a friend. The next two I got shopping with a friend. And we went to this really cute bookstore near us. Not near us, it was like an hour away. Um, and this book was advertised as like Edgar Allan Poe meets Moby Dick. I didn't like Moby Dick. I actually DNF'd Moby Dick. I got like 65% through. And I've thought about going back and finishing it because I was so close. It was right there. I just couldn't stand him talking for 5 pages about a whale's eyeball. Am I crazy for that? Because so many people think this is it's such like a like good book, like a masterpiece. Some people think it's one of the best books ever written. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Because I feel like I am. I think I am, according to like everybody else. But that's like when I read like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like they walked and walked. Like in The Hobbit, the Fellowship was a lot of walking, which like I don't mind to an extent, but when it is the entire novel, yeah, I'm okay. And the two last books in The Lord of the Rings kind of made up for it, but I was still kind of like, I did cry. I will say it did make me cry. Anyways, we are so off topic. Anyways, this was advertised as Moby Dick meets Edgar Allan Poe, yada yada yada. So I was like, okay, maybe I just need Moby Dick, but even more scary, gothic. I don't know. So this is North Star, or The Voyage of the Whale Ship Esther by Ethan Rutherford. Also, another stunning cover. Hello. I like this one. So yeah. Massachusetts. It's set in 1878. An allegory of extraction and a tale of endurance. This debut novel looks unsparingly at the cost of environmental exploitation and predation, and in doing so feverishly sings not only of the past, but to the present and the future as well. I'm hoping I like this because it sounds so interesting. Now, I will say, I think it's like in like letters or like journal entries or something. Here, I'll show you the first page. Because I'm about to read it anyways. Do you see it? It's like numbered. Each one is numbered. It's also not indented. Oh wait, some of it is. It feels odd. I think it is like journal entries. The first sentence. Heavenly days, behold. That is it. This was a whim pick, I will say, but I am very excited to read it. It's pretty and it looks good, and I'm excited for that. Okay, also, maybe it'll make me read, or I'm not rereading Moby Dick. I will finish it. I'm not rereading it. I got so upset because the beginning, it was funny and I was enjoying it, and then we got on the boat and I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore. Moby Dick got so lame, I feel. I don't know. I think it's just me. I don't know. Anyways, next book I also got at that same store that I got North Sun at, and is What You Are Looking For is in the library. And this is about the magic of books and libraries, and unfortunately, libraries are going away. So I thought this would be a good pick. This is by Michiko Anoyama. It is Japanese. There he is. She is. I'm so sorry. There she is. I'm sorry. But I think our main character runs a bookstore, or she like helps people find the books they want, and it's like about that. That's all I know, because again, this is like another whim pick, but it looked cute and I needed to have it. So we are going to read the first. Oh, translated by Allison Watts, because this obviously was in Japanese. The first sentence. When Saya sends a text to tell me she has a new boyfriend, I instantly write back, "What's he like?" But all she replies is, "He's a doctor." Also, there's illustrations. Hold on. Look. I didn't know there's illustrations in here. Yes. That is. What is it? What You Are Looking For is in the library. Wait, what are. Yeah. It looks cute. Also, look, there's a kitty. There's a cute cover. Again, these covers, immaculate. I'm amazing at picking books. Ooh! I did get a copy of Ralph Waldo Emerson's Self-Reliance and Other Essays, which I read last semester for a class, and like, I like philosophy. I've taken philosophy classes, so I'm like, I need to read this again. I need it. I need it. I need to read it again. I need to read more of his works. I need Emerson in my life. Even though he was one of the most confusing people. He then introduced me, we then read Thoreau, and I was like, I know this guy. Dead Poet Society, I know this guy. Yeah. Which is crazy, because it's like so many philosophical ideas that I like know, or like quotes, I've like come full circle. Like, I didn't know who they were, but I knew the quote. And then I read it and I'm like, oh, oh, I know you, which is kind of funny. Anyway, so I got Emerson's works. It's over there and I don't feel like getting it, but I'm excited. I have actually a whole ton of books on the floor that I haven't read. I don't count these to my to be read. I don't. So there's like 7 or 8 down there that are all about Greek history, and then one's Emerson. So they're like the books I want to like really like soak in, you know what I mean? I want to learn these books, not just like read them, review them, maybe fall in love with them. I want to know them. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Initially I got the books as a like I was going to do like an online class, cuz I don't, was it Harvard or Yale? I think it was Yale, but they have online classes, like free ones where they just publish the lectures and tell you what they're reading that time. And I was gonna do that, but I like just didn't. I still could. I still so could start that. I was it was the first week of school. I was supposed to just start it, and I was just like, no, I'm tired and I don't want to. But yeah, I might do it maybe over the summer or something. I don't think I can do it over the summer, like all of it, but we'll see. Because I'm not taking classes in the summer. God bless my soul if I do. Anyways, the next book, I heard a lot about. I've heard it's good, and that's about it. I don't know much about this story actually, but I thought it would look good, so here we are. and it is Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. Again, I don't know what this is about. I think one of the characters conjures up the other character who is a ghost, and they kind of fall in love or something. They get close, and he doesn't want to go, like, leave anymore, type of thing. So, I'm also another cover. Look at this art. Stunning, stunning. We love stunning art. Real stunning art. Okay. Oh, do I read this first page? Or I read the actual first page? What are we thinking? Actual start. The first sentence. Yadriel wasn't technically trespassing because he'd lived in the cemetery his whole life, but breaking into the church was definitely crossing the moral ambiguity line. Symmetry, cemetery, cemetery. Did I say symmetry? I did. Cemetery. Did I say symmetry? Oh my god. I think I do that often too. Cemetery. Cemetery. It is cemetery. I don't know why I'm saying cemetery. Anyways, I like some ambiguity and moral grayness, so that's fun. I don't think that's what this is about, but it's mentioned. But yes, Cemetery Boys. I'm holding it all weird. I'm sorry. Cemetery Boys. I also, including this, would love to read more queer lit. I don't read a lot. Well, I've read some, but not enough, I'd say. Not nearly enough. So, if anyone got recommendations, I would love some. Anyway, next is my last book in this pile. I got a little impulsively, I will say, but it is Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. Now this, I watched the movie and I loved it. Annihilation is one of my favorite movies of all time. The atmosphere, the sublime, it's so pretty and scary and it's amazing. And if you've not seen it, go watch it. Anyways, I didn't know it was a book for the longest time because I wasn't reading when I watched it. I wasn't a reader at the time. So we are now going to read it. It is a series, I'm aware. Yeah. Book one of the Southern Reach series. There's an introduction. Ooh, what does Stephen King say? Creepy and fascinating. Wow, what a man of words. I need to read more Stephen King, I will be honest with you. I've read on writing, a writing memoir or whatever it is, and I read oh god, The Shining. I read The Shining. I would love to reread The Shining because and actually annotate it because I don't think I wasn't as good at critical reading at the time, so I would like to go back and reread it. Yeah. So off topic. But yeah, Annihilation. Also cover. Hello. Is that a pig hog? Woo! But yeah, gonna read this. So very excited for Annihilation. Considering that the movie is one of my favorites of all time. Yay! And that is it. That is all the books I have for you to show you, to share with you. And I'm so very excited to read these and so excited to hopefully find a bunch of new favorites because my reading year has been amazing so far. I've only DNF one book and I've 4 and 5 starred almost every book. That's a lie. I 3-starred one. But we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about lie with me. No, we're not. Anyways, yes, that is it. Thank you for watching if you did, and hopefully we can get a good schedule going on. I'm sorry, they're gonna be random throughout the week, but I do want at least one a week. Just whenever I feel like it, though. It's not gonna be specific or anything. But yeah, if you know any of these books or want to read any of these books, leave a comment, talk to me, I will respond. And yeah, I'll see you next time.